Good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Nikki, I'm sure was in here 4:16 a.m. Coin Grays. Hey guys, how you doing? Daniel, how are you? I'm on early, 5 minutes early. I'm just catching everybody by surprise. Hey Rob, how are you? You guys also, in case people jump on this later, I'll probably say it again, but if somebody's rewatching this, well, this time and this day, like I changed it to Saturday, is it better for you, whoever? And the other one I was going to change to Tuesday instead of Monday, Thai time, so which would be actually Mondays, I think, in the States. And today was actually Friday nights, right, in the States, Rob, Logan, and Jamie. I don't know if they're still here. I don't know. There's 4 people. Cheers. And to the new subscribers, we got I don't know, how many do we have now? I should look like beforehand. 2,667, and it says 26 in the last 28 days, and that was up as high as like 90 something. So cool, thank you. Freaky Fridays, yeah. I don't know. Is Friday night better? Yes, Friday. Yes, Friday there. Freaky Friday. Is it better than what would I normally be? Thursday nights? Thursday night? Friday? Here would be Thursday nights for you guys. I think most of the people in the States don't. I mean, in Thailand, most everybody here that I think watches are retired, so I don't really think they give a crap. But if you guys in the States, if this is better, I don't know. I didn't do them on Saturdays because I have to check, because I think that Dana does his. Hey, Robert, how you doing? So I have to look and see. I don't know if adjusting the times of doing it earlier doesn't really matter on Saturday. I was up this morning at late, actually, 5 a.m. and I can do it earlier. I just want to see when. I think Dana does his on Saturdays. I try not to, put it on the same time as somebody that I know anyway. But yeah, so actually got quite a bit done. Kind of been feeling decent, I don't know. My shoulders are really, I don't know. I wanted to golf and I just don't really think I can do it. So I'm going to see if I can, I don't know, do something with them. But they're I think Tim suggested just taking, I don't know, he takes a leave or whatever. I've never taken any of the over the counter, drugs. But I wouldn't be against taking a decent drug and going out and doing it. But if the Advil works, I don't know, I might try it. I really liked it. I got good exercise when I did go that time. But you had a lot of fun too. But the trailer, I have to go and film. They put the deal on. I really didn't get them. They built the thing off site and brought it here and set it on and welded and bolted it here. I didn't get much of that. I don't know. I'll be able to show you on the video that I'm actually going to do after I get done here, because I'm going to have my wife help me hopefully get that tongue weight. I'm going to guess that it's pretty damn close, so we'll find out. And then if it's close enough, then I'll take a I'll take a trip to Sisaket next week, I think. My wife is going to, where's she going? She's going something on business for 2 or 3 days, I think, towards the coast somewhere. Anyway, so she'll be gone for like 3 days. So, and I think I don't know. I have to check the dates. I think it's the end of the month. But anyway, I want to get out, try the trailer. I had to take the 125 off of it. My wife came in panicking. I don't know. It was about a week ago. 2 guys on scooters came up and stopped in front of the. She showed me on camera too, because we have cameras all over the place. But checking out I think they were checking out. They wanted to rip off the 125 I had just strapped on the back, because that thing, I mean, they're worth a lot of money. They held their value pretty well, and it has hardly anything on it. I haven't ridden it much at all. I haven't even ridden it enough to where I want to do a video on my thoughts on it. But maybe once I get it up, and I'm gonna take it to Sisaket. But we'll see. I think it's gonna be damn close. I think I've got enough room up there. I'll show you all in the video. And then I put out a little video on the koi pond, which thank you guys for watching. I know a lot of people aren't interested in that. Some people I think are interested. I got a couple of questions on drum filters for people here in Thailand. They just started. China started putting them out, and I'm going to say as little as 3 years ago, I tried to find drum filters, and short of trying to get them out of China and them wanting you to buy 10 and and all that. Now there's 2 or 3 people here in Thailand that are importing them and putting their. I think they're pretty much the same. I'm really like I said in that video, the quality and the everything on these drum filters are really good. I have no problem with their quality. There isn't much really to them. There's a pump, there's a float switch in there. Because what it does is, in case everybody knows, it's got a round, very fine, and you can get different grades in that stainless steel screen. And then it's got spray bars that go across it. And what it does is the water comes in, goes through that screen, and then goes out. Well, as that screen plugs up, the water level, of course, rises. So then it just makes that micro switch. The micro switch goes down to a deal that the only like electrical component on it that tells it when it goes on. Give me 20 seconds of the motor spinning the drum and the pump coming on. Because the guy was asking me, was it expensive to run? And it's minimal. They're like fraction horsepower motors, and they run for maybe at a lot 60 seconds an hour, maybe. Once they in the beginning, as they're getting a lot of the stuff out, unless you're overpopulated like me, it might run a little longer, but it's still like nothing, especially here in Thailand. But I'm thoroughly happy with everything in there. I took out some ceramic. I wish I could have got more in there, but I didn't. But I think I've been testing the water, and there hasn't even been a spike since I taken it out. There wasn't a lot that I took out. So the only thing I'm thinking about changing is maybe doing a real deep clean on the big pool type filter that has that plastic beads in it. And then the front one I messed around with a little bit. So enough on the koi thing. But thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. Hey Brock, how you doing? I don't know, Logan. I had cortisone shots on my knees when I was a kid, and that's probably what cost me my knees, because I got them, and then I don't know if anybody experienced cortisone, but when they inject the living crap out of it in there, and then you go back and do sports, you can just rip your knees apart and you don't even feel it. The pain is taken away. A lot of the shots that I got in my knees later on, there was one called a razor, I think it was. I've had them with pain medication. I've had them with cortisone, and I've had them with steroids. And I think these razors and they did pretty good. They actually, my knees have hurt since I was 18. I did one at 18, one at 19. That was for the first time, okay, that I tore them and ripped them apart. So all my life, I pretty much had to deal with pain with my knees. But that razor deal for like 3 or 4 months actually took it. I'll have to look it up on the internet. Maybe I'll put in razor knee injections or something. I think they were called razor. I'll have to think. I have to think back. I might be saying it wrong. But anyway, they worked for at least 3 months. Cortisone, I don't know. Cortisone now, I mean, I wouldn't object to it, because it definitely takes away the pain. You just got to be careful, because you can really damage something when you don't feel it. But if it means between playing sports and not playing sports, or whatever, I guess I chose to play sports. But I felt it for what? Needle didn't hurt going in, but I felt it for 4 days afterwards. Yeah, God, it's been so long ago. I don't remember. I was probably high when they gave me the shots anyway. I was young. But I don't know. The only thing I know that I remember is that after I gotten the shots, you go through a period where you could really rip it apart and not really know that you did it. Rooster, is that what it is? Is that what I said or no? What did I say? Did I say rooster? Rooster's right, I think. Did you get any of those in your back or anything? Did they make the rooster for the back? I got them in my knees, and it was out of all the injections that I had, whatever was in that rooster shot, and it was a long time ago. Um, it actually helped. My wife I seen go through Logan. She had 4 back surgeries. The poor woman, and had screws put in, had screws taken out, fusion, all sorts of shit. And but prior and during and before the different surgeries, she went in and she couldn't handle pain very well. Okay, not that getting a needle shoved in your back doesn't hurt, but the poor woman, getting IVs put in, she just couldn't handle anything, and I had to watch her. I finally told her, I said, "Do I really need to sit here? I'll sit here and hold your hand, but to watch you sit there and cry and sit there in pain, and I could knock this guy out and he would stop, but I can't really do that. So that I'm like, you're helpless. I can't help you." And after a while, she said, "I'd really want you to stay here and hold my hand." I said, "All right, I'll stay and hold your hand." But I know it's painful, but I've seen her a multitude of times. I'm going to say 25 times, 15, 20 times, maybe. I don't know exactly. Way too many, from steroids to pain. Then they wanted to put in, like I said, the thing that I seen her do was through St. Joseph's Hospital, okay, and it was a implant, and it wasn't like, it was like a TENS machine. I'm only saying like because it has not really anything like it. They put it on the outside of her back, ran cords up her spine, wires or whatever, and then this thing put out. You could adjust it from a little iPhone. It looked the same as her iPhone 7, okay, thing, and you could adjust it. You could talk to your doctor and say, it's this and that, and you go, okay, try this, and you feel that, yeah, okay, back it off, whatever. But like I said, man, I watched my wife for a lot of times. I'll bend over. The pain was so bad, and this was right before she passed too. She got it. She got like a year of feeling no pain, and they put it on the outside. We got home. It was an outpatient surgery, and I had 2 steps going from my living room up to my kitchen. I think I told you guys this story, and I looked at her and I said, "Hey," and she turned around. I said, "Look at yourself." She goes, "What?" I said, "You're standing straight up. You walked right up the stairs." She looked and said, "Yeah, no shit." Pain was gone. So then I told you, they gave her a bunch of shit saying, "Okay, but we can't schedule putting it on the inside of you for 2 months or something." And she laughed at him. "You're going to give me relief for a week and you're going to make me wait 2 months? No effing way." So she yelled, and not yelled, but we said, "Get her in." And they got her in like a week or something. But she had it for a while. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm almost positive it was St. Joseph's Hospital. Yeah, and that's probably what it was too, Logan. I didn't. Hey Jay, how you doing? Um, I don't think it was any kind of a narcotic or painkiller at all. But whatever it did, it worked for the knee anyway. So I'm imagining they don't do it for the back, right? But they had all sorts of, mostly steroids, was what my wife got injected in her back, and down the road, the 2 or 3 other injections I had in my knee were steroids. So, hey Maui, how you doing? Glad you can make it. I'm jonesing to go for a ride again. I was gonna just ride up to to Tatpanome or that area up there. Drop off that crab, that electric crab that I bought for I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Chuck and Paige's dog, but it's not. That whatever, the black dog. I bought two of them, one for our dogs and one for theirs. When I watched their video, I'm gonna say 8 months ago or whatever it was, of them in the States with their friends that own that boat. But I've had it since then, so I'd like to get it to them. Not for the back, just knees, hips, shoulder. Yeah, more stuff with joints than actual deal. Yeah, I don't know, man. I watched my wife 30 years that we've known each other, whatever it was, 30, 31, 32. What happened with her was she had a boyfriend that was at the boat drags, and he drove. He was a lunatic, drug addict, and he drove nitro pickle forks. What are they? Hydros, the crazy fast ones, 230 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, whatever they are now. And she was at one of their deals at Bakersfield or whatever it was, and she was on a little like mini bike or Honda 50 or something, and she flipped it and cracked her back. And ever since then, she had a problem with her back. And then she finally had surgeries when we got together, but she didn't have any surgeries in the first one. But I guess my point is she's always been in pain. Always. And four surgeries, man. It was, I felt for her, man. That back surgery sucks, but back pain is, yeah, I think they call them, what did I say? I finally got it right. Blown alcohol, hydros. What happened too when I got into it was my cousin Joey, who passed from the Lou Gehrig's disease. His wife, one of his wives, his father-in-law, her father was this is how long they've been in boat racing, drag racing, was one of the first men alive or person alive to go over 100 miles an hour in a flat bottom. So, I mean, there's pleasure boats out there that do 100 miles an hour now. But he had been around it forever. Their youngest son was gas hydro, and he held the record blown gas hydro for 2 or 3 years. And he ended up passing away. It was really a sad deal. He was getting into drag racing. He had hooked up somehow with Don Perdome, and he was giving him tires and stuff and an alcohol dragster. And he got away from it. But the whole time he wanted to go over 200 miles an hour in a boat, and sure enough, he broke 200 miles an hour, and it was right when they first got those capsules that if you're familiar with boat drags, they used to just be sitting in the hydro and in the flat bottom, just sitting up on a little bench thing. But anyway, he went through the lights, 200 plus miles an hour, and crashed. And when they pulled the capsule up, I heard it was a bloody mess. It was like a scrambled egg deal. And he was young too. I want to say Tim was early mid-20s, 23, 25, something like that. So it was a sad deal. And he was doing real well in the alcohol dragsters. So, oh well. Here to you, Tim. What happened? What's the toilet? Hey, Ron, how you doing, brother? Is Saturday? You guys, the people already here. It doesn't really matter, right? It might even be better for you on a Saturday because I'm imagining no school, right? Let's see. Hello, how are you guys? Public service announcement. Make sure you check the toilet before sitting down. Why? What, snakes or what? Nice weather this week. Just south of Maui. Back in paradise in 2 weeks. Cool. I don't need to worry. I'm a professional Aussie. Snakes won't bite you. Yeah, I like not your country. I don't like snakes. I like the other. What's your not Australia? Come on, Brock. My mind's gone. I'm old. God, Oh, I'm horrible. Your other counterpart out there in the middle of nowhere that doesn't have any snakes. Um, I don't know how the hell they did that, but and the only reason I kind of know that is one of the guys that I watch. That's a camping vlogger. Uh, he's from there, New Zealand. There you go. Logan or Jamie got it. Who got it, Logan or Jamie? Or is Jamie asleep? Yeah, Saturdays. I think so too. Definitely. Well, I want to see. Does anybody know when Dana? Does Dana go on today at like 9 or something? Somebody let me know. The time the big old python was sitting in the commode. Time right in his keister. I think I'd rather take the keister than what else might have been hanging down there. And thank God it wasn't a cobra, right? And I still haven't seen a cobra here. I've seen one dead on the road, small one, but I don't know. I don't know if they've chased him out of. It's a little too populated here or what. But got a couple little snakes and stuff. Not like Craig. Craig's got. Although I don't know, he's seen a couple of them, but him are mostly what do they call them? I think what I'd call a gopher snake or something, rat snake or something. But it it did get him in the family, Jules. All right, that's not good. That's like almost like a fishing lure or something, bobbing there. Right? No worries, the snakes one can in the tide wilderness. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I made sure. Like I'm going to go over with fine tooth comb underneath and make sure there wasn't any openings left in the trailer. I don't know. Do they have bug bombs here in Thailand? I got to go on Lasada. I haven't been out there in a while, although I used to go out there quite often. I haven't seen any kind of bugs or spiders or anything inside, but I'd like to bug bomb it before I go. You were trying to filter. Hey Capio, how you doing? No, I don't know. I haven't. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, Capio. Um, I haven't seen any here. I mean, we got little ones in the yard. If you're semi-familiar with the channel, you'll see my yard is kind of like my wife's made it a tropical paradise, and I got a koi pond and a little pool in the back, and I got 10 pounds of shit shoved in a 5-pound bag. Just wasn't big. She owned this lot, so it was pretty cool because my wife worked for the government. 20,000 baht a month, and she acquired a piece of property and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm glad you could stop by. I know it's like, what is it, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or something? Still got to meet when you get here one day. We'll have to go out and I'll have a beer or a toss back of Coke and have something to eat. Bug bombs is just the burning season. That's not what that is. Capio saying hi to everybody. Rides for Kickhead, one get inside his motorcycle park at his house. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I've been the Forza. When I first got it, we had the 2 soy dogs, the one was paralyzed, and I still got to. Somebody asked me again dinner. I got to do a video on her. She's still she moves around. I mean, she can walk and shit now. So it's quite amazing to go from completely paralyzed, which is scary because we got the 2 chocolate female labs that we just got that are babies. I got Bear. Wait, Bear, come here. Hey. He'll say hello because I know Capio's into labs. We got him 2 girlfriends. One's more chocolate. The other one has got the same litter, 2 females. They're one's more on the black side, but he's a good boy because I know Capio has dogs. 2:50 a.m. Wow. But yeah, definitely. I know the one time that when I first found it was Mitch. That Mr. Mitch that actually got me showed me your channel, and I started watching. In case you guys aren't subscribed, Capio puts on a good deal over there talking about a lot of the guys, mostly about Thailand and the Jandra. A lot of nasty bastards over here. Um, but it's been pretty easy on mine. It does real well, man. You know, he's a Farang dog. You know, he's in the house. He stays in my room. He'll come in my room. He won't leave me. Like this building is outside, right outside this door is my backyard with a 3 meter by 4 meter koi pond, 2 meters deep. And the other side of that is a 3 meter by 4 meter lap pool or whatever you want to call it. It's only, I don't even know how deep it is. I put my wife in there because she can't swim. And I took a measurement and said I want it this deep. And I supervised it. I had her cousins and everything come up. We built everything in the backyard. But this building was one of those ones that they brought over and dumped on the property. It's actually again 3 by 4 meters inside, and I've got my 65-inch TV here, cabinet, my racing rig over here for a television, a couch, air conditioning. It's perfect. Desk, 3 monitors. It works out perfect. But he comes out 5 o'clock in the morning. He's ready to go. Comes out here and does it. Wow, that's what I need. That's what I need to do. I'm just keep getting fatter and fatter. It isn't any good, especially I'm not getting any younger. But the girls are awesome. They're good looking labs too. And so when you do get here, if you decide that you want, because sooner or later they're going to get, they're going to have at least a litter each. So with the labs, they could be 8, 10, 12 puppies. So I'll have a crap load of puppies. I don't know when you're planning on retiring. That's awesome. Walking. The dog is, yeah. You know, we just got 2 little ones. We lost our little Toby, the like a, I don't know, fox terrier Pomeranian cross. She was awesome. We only had her for 4 years. It was devastating, man. The older I get, the harder, man, it hits with animals, you know. And we were devastated. I spent like 10,000 baht on watercolor paintings and stuff of my wife and the dog that hang in the house. And it was about 2 months ago, and we weren't sure we were going to get a little dog, and we got 2 little long-haired Chihuahuas. I didn't realize how small they were. We just got them like maybe a week and a half ago, and they're freaking awesome, brother and sister. So we'll have them fixed. We got, what do we got? 3 Soy dogs. Those 2 dogs, the 2 labs, him, and then about 5 or 6 cats. And yeah, it's a really regular zoo over here, but it's we dig it. Yeah, I don't. Bear's finally got some balls. He when he was growing up, we had, you know, people never ceased to freaking amaze me, and I couldn't catch these people when they did it. But my wife, you know, about, I don't know, it's been probably a year ago now. Bad people on the cameras right at night. So I'm jumping up. What the hell is a bad people? People. They rode their truck up my road, which is pretty much the only house on my road down here. There's one over here, but and kicked the dog out. Puppy, you know, ugly dog, but a good dog. I call him Lucky now. We got him. He stays outside with one of the Soy dogs, and the other one is paralyzed inside. But you know, people do that shit. I hope they don't ever do it in front of me, because I don't think they'd throw me out of Thailand if I beat the crap out of somebody that was being mean to an animal. But I mean, you got to have enough brains that if you don't want a dog, don't get one. You know, and these people that eat them, that's a whole nother. I could go crazy on that crap. Hopefully, I never see that in front of me. Well, we electrocute them because the meat tastes better out of China. Well, come on over here because I'll electrocute you. We'll see if your meat tastes any better. But anyway. About 5 in the morning, hard wind and rain, a whiskey and soda. Good for you. We had got some rain last night. We've been getting rain. I look outside; it's overcast a little bit today. But here in Surin, I don't know, man. You know, people say rainy season and you guys have heard me say it before, come during rainy season. Unless you, I mean, I like to roll the dice. I like to gamble, And even when we used to go to Hawaii when I was married to her before she passed, uh, we went multiple times to Mexico and this and that, but especially Hawaii. We used to go during the wet times, there, and it was the same thing. It rained for 10 or 15 minutes, and then you'd got most of the rest of the day was wide open. Towards the end of the day, it rained again, and that's what I find. At least I found. I've only been here 6 years. There's a lot of people here that have been longer than me, but I haven't experienced. We may get like a downpour 2-3 days straight. Is it possible? Yeah. Has it happened this rainy season? No. We haven't even had a rainy day that I know of since the season started. We get it at night, middle of the night, and maybe a little bit in the morning. And sun's out right now. In fact, I probably even got some stuff coming in on my solar panels, and they're hooked up correctly now. So I'll have some new information on there. But I usually don't get anything until about 9. Actually, I got almost 3,000 watts on one. We're using 2,000 watts. The other one's on the other side of the house. So, and it's only got 250 watts, but I'm only using 111. So the meter's just sitting there stagnated. When he comes over, he came over yesterday, and I had him do some work on the front pond. So I'll have him. I want to have him shut off the grid completely, and I want to see how much this 100,000 baht worth of batteries keep my pond running, at least one air conditioner, my refrigerator, and what stuff I have to do if we have a big power outage. So when I do that, I might even do a video, being the worst vlogger in the world. Have you ever met an American professor in Suriname who ran every day for 30 years? You should interview him. You look really cool. Yeah, I haven't interviewed very many people. I don't hang out in even restaurants. Actually, one restaurant that I go in Surin Fantasy seems like maybe a bunch of English guys, I think. And right up the street from there is that Oshishini's, which is off the frickin' hook sushi stuff. And I go there and eat, 3-4 kilo of salmon for 700 baht. And but they're there. But I haven't. Usually when I go in there, I'm going in there with 2 or 3 guys. And I've got 2 people that live here in Surin that I actually met from YouTube. And Bobby's back in the States now, but which makes it kind of cool. But I don't know. I can sit here on YouTube and bullshit for hours and hours. But I get out someplace, and if I don't know somebody and I'm face to face with them, I'm not like the chattiest guy in the room, But I should find out about more. I know there's a lot of people that watch and come on that want to know certain things. I think the biggest thing is visas and stuff like that. So we'll try anyway. Brad Burley, really intelligent, interesting guy. He invited me to his home for dinner and drink. Very cool. Yeah, I'll have to check into it. And like I said, next time, perfect sleep for me too, Logan. That's what I like with the trailer. People, I go right to sleep. Rain all night long and pitter patter or whatever, loud banging, I go right to sleep. But when you do, when are you coming again? Or you might not want to let people know. Hey, it's funny, some people, I don't know, people really crack me up, especially trolling people. Although I haven't had many. Well, now that I say that, I'll probably get some. But it's amazing, and from what I heard on Capio, pretty stand-up guy, and he doesn't pull any punches on some of these people. Oh, look at the gecko in the back. I like his style. Put it that way. I like stand-up, honorable people. So, and I get that impression from it, and all the people that goes on there. He doesn't pull it. He just tells you like it is, and I like that. I don't need anybody to lie to me. I got a wife. She can lie. My first time on YouTube live at the summer house on the phone. Don't have 220 volt on this island. Very cool. So it's coming through. Okay. Coming in January. Ah, good. I'm glad. Um, well, we'll have to meet up and do something. You can't be that far. I know the last time I was fairly new to and about, and you probably had no clue who the hell I was. So I don't blame you. But maybe if you want to, we'll go and have a sandwich or something. Dave saw a picture of you on your bike pulling the camper. Tim showed it to me. A picture of me? What did I miss something? Uh, Ron, I'm not soon enough. Hey, brother, how you doing? I mean, uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I like it out here. If I had my druthers, man, everything that I got in my life, I got an awesome Thai wife. I got two houses here that are basically hers. Another one that's her mother-in-law's is basically hers. Two vehicles that are basically hers. 6 or 8 motorcycles that are basically hers, and don't give a shit. The woman did me right, man. We'd only been together 5 months when I went into intensive care for 2 months and another month in a private room in the hospital, the private hospital in Surin. And she stayed right there, man, 3 times a day coming in. And when people that knew her, you have access to his bank accounts, take his money and take off. Go find another one. I got lucky. I got a good one. I got a good Thai family, and puts a smile on my face to help them out. And we enjoy doing stuff for the schools and the kids and anybody that's here in Thailand, because I don't know, I love the place, man. If somebody would actually let me live in their country, good, thank you. Uh, sure, I know you were part of the crew. Yeah, exactly. Every day, every time I end, yeah, it was big time. Um, every time I end this live stream, I say hi to Richard and tell everybody that both my intro and my outro on my live stream, Richard did those for me for free. Good guy, stand up guy. I thought he had. I enjoyed watching his interviews and stuff. I thought he did the hours and hours he put into to doing those. And if you guys don't, hey Paul, how you doing? Somebody put up Richard's link. Go back and watch his old videos, man. The man was. I mean, he was working, and thank God, I think he's back to work now. But he meticulous crap. I mean, I don't do crap. I mean, I just go on and talk. He'd have all his intros and on the computer, and I mean, he put in a lot of work on it. And I know because I'm friends with Tommy and Mitch, and they were his main moderators who got me. Same with you, Capio, with Richard too. And the man, I don't think he had a mean bone in his body, did he? Never heard him talk illy of anybody, Still haven't had a chance to meet him face to face, which I'm hoping to, if and when he ever gets back here. But yeah, he took a lot of abuse that he didn't deserve, that's for sure. No one deserves that shit. This guy's got no lives, man. My life's freaking awesome. You can call me fat because I am. You can call me Santa because I look like Santa. I ain't got no problem with that. If you want to get nasty and do some other crap, then maybe we might have a problem, but I doubt it. But somebody that's sitting in their underwear in their mom's basement at 50, 60 years old, that doesn't really a threat to me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cowards and jealousy. I totally agree. The guy, like I said, man, I had a brother-in-law that was the same way. I told stories about him. One of those guys that can't we just all get along? And just he passed away of cancer like my wife did before her. Great man, but just didn't want to cause any problems with anybody, and um, thank God he was my brother-in-law. He was having problems years ago when we were in the States. But anyway, But yeah, Richard just trying to have fun, talking to Love Thailand. And like I said, man, I ain't anyone to throw stones at anyone. I rode motorcycles and frequent topless clubs in California and had a hell of a 70s, 80s, mostly late 60s, 70s, and 80s on motorcycles. And so I can't say anything about anybody, but the people that come here. My biggest thing is, at least with this channel now, I don't have that many people, probably never will, but I'm hoping. I have got a couple of people. My biggest thing now is that after a significant other passes at 62, your life doesn't have to be over. And like I said before, if you had told me this 6 years ago when I got here, that you're going to find a woman, you're going to love her, she's going to love you, she has an awesome Thai family, you're going to build 2 houses, you're going to buy 2 new vehicles, you're going to buy 10 motorcycles, you're going to build shit all over the place, I would have said you're full of shit. It doesn't happen, man. But it does. And a couple of people that I know have come here and done it. Just, you don't need to sit on the couch in wherever you're at. If you're in England, if you're in France, if you're in the States I know about, because you don't need a ton of crap load of money, and I do what I want to live on here on $1,000 US dollars a month. No. Could I? Yeah. And my biggest defense to that is, if you're in a position where you're in the United States and you didn't plan for anything and you didn't put away and you got your Social Security, let's say it's $1,200. The only place that you're going to live if you didn't purchase your house or whatever is with your kids or with a dying uncle. I wouldn't want to do that. Could you come here? We're renting out the 2-bedroom house here in Nissan, Thai style, with the front doors and the living room that's actually sell peanuts or whatever you want to do. 2 bedrooms upstairs, kitchen, 2 bathrooms, $85 a month. So people that tell me, oh, you can't live there for that, bullshit. Do you have to be disciplined? Yeah. But would it be the top of my notch? No. But living with my kid and not being able to give my kid $500 or $1,000 for a bedroom and sucking off of them, no, I'll take my chances in Nissan. But there is a life, here. I think the perfect number is somewhere around 2,500. But my point that I was trying to make is, they call them mongers, I guess. I got called a monger, and the first time I came here was in 2019. Had no idea about bar girls and bar fines, and I knew that there was something going on in the bars where you could go and find somebody, but I didn't know anything about it. But a couple of them had said, "Oh yeah, he's a monger from way back." But what's the matter with that? Same thing with me. If you come here and you're 60 years old and you want to chase 20-year-olds, hey, God bless you. I would chase one 20-year-old and I'd probably die. Plus, I don't want to hear that boom, 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 and out till 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not me. I was 62. My wife was 38. We both go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock. I get up at 4:35 in the morning, and my life's freaking awesome. So that's the biggest thing that I try to get out now on this channel. Maybe not much. We're picking up people here and there, but you can come here, and you don't have to look for that. You don't have to look for somebody you want to marry. I think these women here are just as happy to have somebody that they get along with and can have a good time with. And hey, I don't know how it's going to go, but you want to tag along for a year, and we'll jump around. And if I got to give your parents 10,000 baht a month, that's another one of my sticklers. If you're too dense to not understand the culture and that their daughters pay for them so that they're not sitting in some retirement home somewhere, and you're going to take her away from that, you need to pay whatever she's given them, and some, as far as I'm concerned. So I heard enough of foreigners talking shit about, oh, I ain't paying nothing. I ain't paying. Well, get the frick out of the country. Go someplace else, Stay in your own country, please. Do me a favor. If you can't understand common sense, you definitely don't want to be around me. But yeah, well, getting back to before I rambled, you you know, the sex thing or whatever. If that happens, that happens. But I think that there's people here that want to be friendly. Biggest thing with me, this one here for 30 years was uh, my best friend. You know, I mean, I told her everything, and it's different talking to a woman than talking to your friends, and uh, and what that was the biggest thing I missed. And thank God, my wife is awesome, smarter than me, which isn't real hard to do. But I've got a pretty good life. Everybody pretty much knows it that is hanging out here. I don't care what mom usually go to and struggle with understanding. Yeah, I mean, would if I was 60, 65 years old and I was chasing 19-year-olds, would I want to advertise it? Probably not. But if it's something that you see, I guess I was lucky. I mean, I rode my panhead to high school. I mean, I was in the as far as the capital of motorcycles in Southern California during the heyday, and I could run around and do whatever I want. So, do I need to? Did I have all the 19 and 20-year-olds when I was in my 20s? I had plenty. Do I need any more? No, it isn't something that I want. But somebody that never had it and could come here and have a shitload of money and they want to experience it and makes them feel good, I guess. But I wouldn't be up on YouTube going, hey, I just banged an 18-year-old yesterday. I think I would shy away from that myself. I agree with that. But it's such a great place. In the people out there that are watching that don't know much about Thailand or Southeast Asia, the women are unbelievable, man. The it's different. And I don't want to put down Western women or whatever, but it's a whole different animal. They're not even in one of them was raised on Mars and the other one was on a different area somewhere. Because I try to explain it the way that my wife is. If they're asking you, have you eaten? Did you take your medication? My wife asks me 3-4 times a day, every freaking day. Then they give a shit about you. If they're not asking anything except for, hey, you got 1,000 baht, then maybe you didn't get the top of the line model. But the women are outstanding, ladies. And I think in our age group, the 40 to 50-year-old women, I think they almost think that their life is over. They're never going to find anybody. They have a self-esteem deal, and you give them this much attention, love, respect, and you get back this massive freaking abundance, of barrage of everything. And like I tried to explain the women to them, the difference. My wife, like with these little puppies, they're only this big. I mean, they're the cutest little things you ever see, and they're in a cage, and the cat has adopted them. Our Persian cat thinks that those are her kittens now. So if the other dogs come around, she attacks them. Bear being one of them, she'll go right after that giant lab, and back in there. Well, they'll bark, or in the night, my wife will undo the deal and take about. She works 5 days a week, 6 days a week, occasionally, and never a complaint. I hear her in the middle of the night, oh, no, in Thai, laughing and holding them and picking them up and chasing them to the bathroom and let them go to the bathroom and taking them back. And, at least all the women that I have been with, they don't want to be bothered with that, let alone babies, let alone dogs. But I could wake my wife up in the middle of the night, and I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, a Western woman would give me the finger and say, you woke me up, you bastard. And then my wife's, oh, I'm up now. Can I get you anything? And like I said, my biggest thing is, baby, I know it's 3:00 in the morning, but will you run down to the 7 and get me a chocolate ice cream? I know my wife would go. And then once you get back, here's the kicker. Oh man, I've changed my mind. I think I really want vanilla. Right back and get it. He said that maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they're amazing. At least mine is. And everybody in here that has a Thai or Southeast Asia, and Robert Mack's wife is from Vietnam. They'll say they got the best woman, Brock being one of them. and people will come on and say they're going to take you for everything you got. And what, is Brock still here? Brock, how many years you've been married? Brock's got the most patient Thai wife that's going to take everything from him. I think they've been married 35 years. You know, if you're stupid enough to not figure it out, or they're that good, if my wife came to me and said, I got you, I'd say, man, you are freaking awesome. Here's an extra 3 million baht. You deserve it, you know. But if you're, you know, like I said, can you meet somebody on a dating? Sure, you can. So I think the best way is through a friend, you know. I got my wife's friends all the time. Do you know anybody? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, constantly. Everything I go to there, always wanting to know about Farang men. But you know, it's, I don't know. I know that everybody in here thinks they're the luckiest man in the world. I think I am. Let's see, did I miss anything? I can say Jay-Z is a nice, caring lady and a beautiful couple. Happy for both. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's kept me on the spot one as well. You everybody that I know. But like I said, you deserve it. You know, like if you're talking to a gal and, oh God, she's so beautiful and God, she's nice, and well, what's wrong? Well, I don't know. We've been together for 3 months, and you know, I've already given her 80,000 baht, and all she does is ask for. Well, you're an idiot. You know. Now, granted, if you want to do it, do it. But you know, like I said, be smart about something, and you can find yourself. I think you could have a very good life and not be done with it. If I was in the States, I hate to say it, you know, like I said, I probably would be dead, you know, because I wouldn't have went to the doctor. I would have just, whether I was in Phuket and had never met her, or if I was in the States and never came to Thailand, I was a stubborn bastard and thought I was invincible, and I would have died on the floor, not breathing. I wouldn't have went to the hospital. I know me. I was still trying to light cigarettes up and smoking as I was, and she's trying to get me in the truck. Wait a second, one more cigarette. You know, 3 packs a day. You know, 50 years smoking, and now it's been, God, I think it's going to be 4 years. 4 years. Not, and I mean, cigarettes were heroin to me. So if you're trying to lose weight, I lost what I lose 30 kilo or something, 40 kilo. If you want to lose weight and you want to stop smoking, all you have to do is go in the hospital with pneumonia, have them shove something down your throat for 2 months in intensive care. Pretty good chance you'll stop. I did. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Let's be honest, the food and the fruit in the States, not that great. Yeah, you know what it is? Even when I was in Costa Rica, it's amazing when you're eating stuff that doesn't have insecticides loaded all over it. Meats and stuff that hasn't been injected with with antibiotics or you know, steroids. It does make a difference. And if you think it doesn't, there's something wrong. I was in a lot better health when I was more in control of what I was eating and I was doing, because I like you know, raw fish. I like you know, I don't have to have a whole crap load of carbs. I do now, but I need to get back in the gym. But I breathe fine, but boy, my mind doesn't think that I breathe with the shit, and it really screws with you. And but I got to get back in the gym. Muscles have gone completely to nothing. I mean, it's actually kind of pathetic, but I got to get going. I just got to do it, you know. I'm waiting for Tommy to pop in, and you haven't done it yet. They were saying, "Oh, you still have your finger." I think so. Does he? I'm still like 4 behind, Craig. I'll get to watch him for sure. But yeah, for the most part, trailer's done. I'm going to check the tongue weight this morning. I'll put the 125, the CT 125 back on the back. Right now, you'll see the video I'll put out. on the very front of the tongue, on the top of the air condenser, there's a rack now built that'll hold my 2200 watt quiet generator and two, I think there's, I don't know how many liter, 10-liter gas cans and some of the wires and stuff. Anyway, and it should be damn close right now because I think I need to be about 300 pounds on tongue weight. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. And then if I do, I'll hook it up to the truck and probably go. I have to look at the dates and stuff next week to Sisaket and spend 3 nights out and try to do a camping vlog. We'll see. I've got everything in there. Got all the tripods and the cameras and all that shit now. So now it's all up to me. But I did do the other one, even that video that if you have watched it, the one on the koi pond. And I didn't forget, but I didn't put my microphones on. And boy, you could tell the difference when I clipped that microphone on and just crystal clear. So I have found it, and let's see, in case anybody wants to know, this is the Comica. It's I have the small one for the phone. This one's small too. I've got 2 of them on the camera right now. The transmitter and then 2 receivers. The receivers I just take out, they automatically come on and connect, and I just hang it inside my shirt on my chain, and it works absolutely awesomely. And they're not horribly expensive, and they come with dead cats and stuff if you want to. They're great. I can't say enough. I've got their wireless shotgun mic that I haven't even used yet, and I've had it for about 6 months. And I've got a set of the smaller ones that are awesome too. Let's see here. Since we're on a microphone deal, because I really think audio makes a big deal. A lot of people make a big thing about it. This is the Comica for the iPhone. Well, this one is for my iPhone, but it's got the C on it. It just comes off there, slips right into the phone, has an adjustment on it, and then they're both right here. That says the percentage on there. Can't read it, but it says 98%. And these are the microphones for that. And they're awesome too. And I think the case these have been sitting in there for 3 or 4 months, and they're still at 98%. And I've got my original Comicas that I originally bought. This was the small ones back there, a little bit bigger than the Rogue deal. But I think these ones here and the case they give you and everything is a good way to go. I'm totally happy with my microphone setup. Let's see. Okay, did I miss any questions? Yeah, my doctor says I can't do it. Ever since I was a kid, I boxed when I was real young, ran 10, 15 miles a day, and wanted to get down to weights. And we called it high protein, low carb diet. You could eat all the meat you wanted, eggs, stuff like that. And I went from, I wanted to fight in a different weight deal. So I got down, went from 220 to 176 in under a month. But all my life I fought weight. It was a lot easier when I was younger and into any kind of sport, whether it be football, baseball, basketball. I liked them all, and my knees went away. And after that, I fought my weight in pretty much my whole life. All my friends, they were, 19-inch arms, and they had to go to the gym, and they shot a lot of steroids, which isn't helping them today. But I just didn't. I was more in chasing women around town than going to the gym. But I always kept sort of in shape, and then lately, getting older and older, harder and harder to do. But I told my doctor about that keto because I actually downloaded and paid for an app that I have on my phone because I looked at it because it gave me I could make different meals and all this kind of shit, and I love to cook. But he said, no, you can't. Now, why? I don't know. I mean, I've got a ticker that I've got a couple of stents, and I've got high blood pressure. I got heart problems. I'm a walking disaster at 67. I'll be 68 here in a couple of months. But for a guy that thought he was going to be dead at 35, I'm on top of the freaking world, man. I've got an extra over 30 years already. But people ask me, "What are you gonna?" I could die tomorrow with a smile on my face. Would my wife here be happy? No, she wants me to live to be some stupid thing. 100 years old, she'll change my diapers and whatever she's got to do. But I'll never let that happen. All right, thanks for thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll see you in one of yours. If you guys don't or aren't subscribed, do yourself a favor. He's a good man. What does Patty say? Why you think Thai ladies are easy? Is your lady friends easy for you? Easy. I don't understand. What did you mean by easy, Patty? Easy to meet, easy to bed, easy which way? I don't think I ever said anything about easy to. I don't think I used the word easy, did I? Somebody tell me. Trailer, do you have the register? I do, and I'm going to find out, and I'll let you know because my wife just informed me all the scooters are due for. Because I got 10 of them or some shit. All the scooters are due for licensing. We just did the truck and the car. And the trailer. So I'll find out and I will remind me because I'll probably be doing it here within the next couple of weeks. So in 2 or 3 weeks from now, remind me in case I forget, but I'll try to remember. It's got the tags and everything on it. It came out of China, but it's got all the tags on it. It's actually got tongue weight. It's got trailer weight. Things have changed. They'll never know that. I put leaf springs and took off the suspension that was on it and raised it up. But they'll never know that either. So I don't even know if I have to bring it down there. I'll definitely let you know in case you're interested in getting a trailer or you have one or you're thinking about getting one. Is that what? Yeah, Patty. I want to answer, but I'm not understanding completely what you say. So definitely rephrase something and shoot it to me and I'll answer. I think they're, if you're a decent person, I think that it's easy to meet them and maybe even get, you can tell right away. If a Thai woman she's not going to be nasty to you, not going to be, get away from me, you ugly fat bastard. They're not going to do anything nasty like that. Still going to be nice to you, but oh no, maybe I don't want to do this. They'll be very cordial. They're not going to be nasty. I should say every one of them, because now somebody will say, "Well, I was one, and they stabbed me with a knife." But what I'm saying is that they've had bad relationships with Thai men. They think that Farangs, even me with let's say if you're just Joe Blow and you've got a 2,500 US dollar a month Social Security, and that's it. That's a lot to them. That's a good life to a Thai woman, and and a lot of people will say, "Oh, they're just there for the money." Well, sure they are. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. I've said it many times. But they're not going to just hang with you because, I guess they could, but they'd have to face. I think you could tell. But what I'm saying is, they're more in tune to. Yeah, I'd like to experience a life where I don't have to, work 7 days a week for $10. And go traveling and see stuff that they've never seen. My kids now and my wife are seeing things and doing stuff that they would have never, ever been able to do in their life without meeting someone that could, notch up the way that they live. And that puts a smile on my face. It make me think that they're taking advantage of me. It doesn't make me think that I'm taking advantage of them. I think I'm the luckiest man in the world. My wife thinks she's the luckiest woman in the world. So it works both ways. But I think it's easy to, they don't, easy in a sense too, that they don't look at this old bastard, this old fat guy, and judge me on that instead of what's in here. They want what's in here, So if you're a good person, it doesn't matter what you look like. I guess the way it should be, right? And I can't say that I didn't. I mean, I look at a good looking woman and go, yeah, but they don't care. They want somebody that is going to love them, going to take care of them, going to be honest with them. It took me over a year just to get my wife to think that, I don't want anybody else, because they're really jealous. At least the one or the Thai women that I have met are jealous. So let's see. Our registrations are checked every year with road. Yeah, that's what half of the ones on there are out there. That and the driver's licenses. They weigh the RV every year. Really strict on weight. First weight they go on. We found builders emptying everything. No water, no gas, no black or gray. So when you go in, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mine's gonna weigh differently, because I've got now that front rack on. I don't have to put a bike on the back, but I have some on there. But I guess if I was to empty everything, and I could pull that rack off the back if I wanted to. I don't know. I haven't even went out there and seen the final deal on the front part. But what I like about this guy is he likes to bolt everything, and so I'm imagining he built this thing and he probably bolted it to that front. So if that's the case, I could take that rack off, and then it pretty much would be close in weight to what it says on the tag. So you've had a trailer here in Thailand, or an RV, and you've had to do all this, Gallagher? You have everything. Can't take anything. Lewis, how are you doing, Cabo? Hope you're well, my friend. Let's see. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Now you got me a little nervous. I know I could take the back rack off. It would be a pain in the ass. Really wouldn't be a pain in the ass. It's just gonna need 2 or 3 people to pull it out, because it is set in receivers. So it's just set in 2 receivers. So it actually wouldn't be hard at all if you had 2 or 3 people. Boom, out, set it down on the ground, and done. But it's good to know that going down there, that they're going to weigh it. The difference between the old suspension and the new suspension, I would imagine, isn't going to be that much. So I would just go dry weight. So, hey Ryan, how you doing? Glad you can make it. You're here, right? I think still. Are you still here in Thailand? And Dave have beefed up the trail. Yeah. Yeah, because it's got springs and stuff on it. But I'm imagining the old suspension would probably weigh. It had to be close, because it had all those springs and shit inside the bar type torsion bar deal. So I don't know. We'll have to see. No, not for you. The people who think go to Thailand. Oh, easy. Nobody say go to LA and boom on the sheet. It's just saying be nice people. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how the dating scene per se is. I dated one other gal, and it wasn't really a date. I just took her out to dinner, and then my wife. But I'm imagining that the dating scene would probably be typical to any place. The only thing here in Thailand is that you've got bars that you can go in and pay for. That's it. And then, like I said, I can't throw stones against women that do that. It's a different deal here in Thailand. They're doing what they think they have to do take care, excuse me, take care of their mother and father, their grandmother, grandfather's family, their kids, everything they need to do. Not all the people can make enough money to take care of their family, selling rice soup on the side of the road. It just doesn't work. I think some of them enjoy the shit out of it. They love it, and some of them are cry every night that they have to do what they have to do. So, but I think it's probably typical. The only thing that I noticed, like I said, is they're just a much more. I don't want to say loving, because this one here loved me to death unconditionally, but she was still a Western woman. I mean, she's still, grumpy at night, and I just don't see it in my wife. At least that's my wife. I can't speak for everybody. Another month, cool. I don't know if I'm going to get that way before then or not. I'll let you know. I was going to go up to Chiang Rai area, but I don't think I'm going to do that. What I might do, I think I'd like to go up and I want to see Douglas. I want to see Craig. So if everything weighs out on the truck and I get it registered, they don't confiscate my trailer. And I don't see how they could do that. God, I did. Now that I'm saying that, I've seen some of these freaking trailers driving down the road that there's no way that there's any way of a weight on these things they built with no way. So is it only maybe they don't have licenses on those trailers or something? I don't know. Hey, Lewis, thank you. God, I'm horrible, Lewis. I don't know. What did you say? What village, town? It says, let me see. Hold on, because I can go to my Lasada. Oh, actually, I can go. Oh, that's written in Thai. I think my Lasada's written in Thai too, my address. But I think that it will at least give me the province. Is that what? Am I saying that word right? I'm horrible when I've had people tell me that I don't say that correctly. Let me see. No. I've got a picture of it because I send it to people when I buy stuff off of Marketplace. I send them picture of it. Now I'm not going to be able to find it right now. Here it is right here. Yeah, and it's all in Thai. That figures. I'd have to get my wife. I'm trying to think. Do I have that paper? She wrote it down somewhere because it has my province. I'll see if I can find it out. I'm horrible. Sorry about that, Lewis. I'll what is it? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts now. Hold on one second. Yeah. No, I'll try to remember to get that next time, Cabo. Yeah, my wife showed me a bunch of stuff. I lived there for 8 months, and the most I saw was a 2-day rain. Did it flood? Yeah, it flooded. But like I said, man, it was weird too, because even there, it would rain for an hour, and then all day nothing, and then at nighttime maybe it'd rain all night long, and you get up the next morning and the sun's shining. So it was just weird. I think if you're lucky, like I feel I'm lucky. So if I was to do it, I would definitely, um, you know, I'd take a shot, if it was me, because it's so much cheaper to come here during the low season. But if you got a bunch of money and you don't give a shit, then I would come when you want to, and I would imagine that would probably be best to November, December, January, December and January, I think. Jay says I'll be there in January. Send it to. Going good. I'll be in Pate in September. Very cool, and I'll meet up with you for sure. I'll come out that way again for a week, Los. September's not far off, right? When are you coming? Beginning or end of September? Yeah, a bunch of houses. My wife showed me 2 houses that are Russian houses. She was trying to explain it to me. I think she showed 2 or 3 that came off the side of the mountain. So see you in January. Let's see. But when are you coming in September, Louis? If you don't mind saying on here, if not, send me a private message. September is the best month. August, I thought August was the hottest, and I didn't experience that at all. At least not this year. But I know that in December and stuff is my time of year. That's when I actually had to get up in the morning, and a t-shirt was a little bit chilly for a minute. It was 12, 11 degrees, 12 degrees. All of September. Very cool. So September's like soon, right? We're in August now. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, we're 24th. Yeah. So you're going to be here in a week. Very cool. Well, I'll definitely stay in touch. I don't know when I'll be able to. I don't know where. I know my wife is going. I think it's the 30th and 31st and the 1st. I think she'll be back on the 2nd of September. So I mean, I'm retired. I can pretty much do anything I want, go anywhere I want. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll come out again. Maybe this time I got to see about flying. I don't use my truck when I'm there. I use Bolt. So why can't I just take a Bolt from the airport to whatever hotel I'm staying in, and then bolt around for a week and then go back? It's not that. I think it's, what is it, a couple thousand baht to fly from Buriram to Bangkok. And man, the dollar is becoming a piece of crap. It's down to, or the Thai baht's getting strong, and I think it's the 33.9. It was 34.3 yesterday, and 2 weeks ago it was 35 point something or whatever, 35, above 35. Should have brought over some money then. I bring money in every month, so whatever it is, it is. But if we're going to bring in a chunk of money, probably, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. But what was I going to do? I was going to check and see. Let me. I don't know if do I have. I thought I had. Uh, Go Asia, Asia Air. There it is. Asia Air Go. They used to have, and I don't know if they do anymore. They used to have you could actually put sarin in, and it would. Oh, I don't want that. And you could get a van here, and that way my wife didn't have to drive from here to I could drive my truck. They got a place you could park them there if you wanted to leave your vehicle out for a week, and I don't even think they charge you. I don't know, but it's pretty much a couple of hours there and back if you're going there and dropping somebody off, and about 50 minutes each way. Let's see. Sign in. I don't remember. Okay, can I just go in and check something? Yeah, it's not going to let me. Okay, So we're gonna dump that. Let me get out of all these deals, and I'll go to the bird one. I'm just curious because I don't think it's that much money. This Knock Air, book a flight. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too, Jay. Actually, I think it was only when I came here in the end of 2018. It was, I think it was only 29, maybe 30. I could be wrong, but let's see. I'm horrible. Okay, all right. Um, Dang. Sorry, guys. We lose everybody. Actually, more people here now. Hey, shuts up. We'll watch him for a while. Departure. Round trip. Okay. Let's just say August. Let's go to September. How come it's got nothing here? It won't let me do anything. It's amazing. Okay. Let's try one more thing here as we steadily lose people. From Buriram, okay, to where do I go to? Damarang, right? All right, travel dates. Let's say the 9th to the 13th during the week. That's of September. $100. So what is that? 3,000 baht, and I think you'd get it less than that. I think this is just that Just Fly app. Yeah, $100, around $50 each way. I don't know. Sounds cheap to me, but I will definitely check into it. Let me know, Lewis. Get a hold of me. I think we still have a line thing together, so I will stay in touch. I was able to switch from 400 to marriage visa to 40,000 a month. Bangkok bank letter for the last year and deposit at least 40,000. They keep asking why you savings book. Why? I have two. One that I keep the 800 in, and the other one is my living knockaround money. So, and did you answer? You're 100% sure on that trailer thing? I guess I'm going to find out. You're 100% sure on that? And hopefully, Social Security in Manila has switched my direct deposit. The Bangkok bank used bank so easy, I guess. I've never had any problems with Bangkok Bank. I highly endorse them. And I transferred from Chase to there, and it's been over 5 years, and I've never had one. Oh, we don't see your money, or no scares, no doesn't show up, no nothing. Always, and I've transferred a lot of money from the States to here over the past 5 years. Yeah, the only thing that the one gal told me the first time, I told you guys the story about when I went in and the two gals were there. There was no one else there, and it took me like 4 hours because I procrastinated and waited. And she told me, "Do you have any money?" I feel that was a weird question. Well, it's all relative, but yeah, I think so. And she said, "Well, then, if you got enough, put 800 into an account." And she said, "We spent the last 4 or 5 hours highlighting every." It was when we were building the houses. So everything that I brought over, You know, they had. I said you couldn't just stop when you got to 800 because I probably transferred 3 million. You know, that year. And she said no, we have to highlight everything. And she said, and do yourself a favor, keep your separate one and don't make a bunch of transfers in and out of that account. And she said you would have been out of here 4 hours ago. We would have had you on your way. So we'll see. But on that trailer thing, before I forget, you experienced that yourself, or this something you heard from people, or I guess I'm trying to say, is that for sure? Because well, I'll ask my wife, because if they ask me and tell me I gotta pull it down there, then I'll probably take as much stuff off of it as I can, empty it out, and do what you were saying. Try to be as light as possible. But yeah, and the only thing that I know on the Social Security shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. The only thing is they're going to make you, if they know you're out of the country, they knew I was out of the country, they would want me to fill out their paperwork every year saying, yes, I'm still alive. I took 255 breaths in the last hour. My heart still beats at this, and sign it. And you got to do that once a year. And if it gets lost in the mail or you didn't send it in, the only bummer is if you're tight on money, they'll stop depositing it, and it might take them 2-3 months to get it reinstated. So that was the only thing that I heard about that anyway. Yeah, wait on my RV. Last time my wife said we had all our stuff, so that's why we are over. Here was no problem. Oh, in the States. Okay. Not here. Here wasn't a problem. Am I reading that right? Because I could be reading it wrong. Here was no problem, is what you say in that last sentence. Okay. Well, good. Because I see these trailers, these homemade trailers that are going down the road, and I'm going, how the hell do they even get that on the road? Probably because they don't have a license on it, I'm sure. All right. I think it's been an hour and a half. I think that's enough. My wife's off. It is Saturday. If you guys would, please, is this a better time, Saturday instead of Friday? I don't think it really matters for the people that are retired, but if you guys would, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I want to do it twice a week, kind of spaced out. It could be like right now, I think I'm going to try Saturday and Tuesday. I still don't know if Dana is on. He'd probably be on right now, which means, let me go over here and see if I got a notification. If I got a notification, and he is, but I think he goes on at 9, but I don't. No, I don't see him. Okay, so right now, I think I'm going to go with Saturday, and maybe Sunday's better. I don't know, Sunday and Wednesday. Give me your input on what you guys think. And in case anybody didn't know, Richard from Richard Travels does both my intro and my outro. And I want to thank him very much. He did those to me. Did them for me for nothing. He's a good man. Hopefully he'll come back and get his channel back up and running. And everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. And I will catch you on the next one.